Hello everyone, this hour on Verbling, the next in my Hot Topic series, the class we do every Wednesday. Today's Hot Topic news story is Do-It-Yourself Dentist. The latest trend out of England is fixing your own teeth. Is this a healthcare failure or a hygiene fad? You decide in today's class. As we're waiting for people to come in, let me just do a quick introduction and get my name on the screen for you as well. So first, my name, there we go. And hopefully you can see that. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming to you today from Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. By the way, you can follow me and see all my upcoming classes by clicking on this link in the chat window, and you'll be able to see my upcoming classes, and you'll be able to book a trial lesson with me. I've taught over 1,100 classes on Verbling since joining in February 2013. Over the last 15 years, I've taught general English to teens and adults, business English at major international companies. Some of them are BP, Deloitte, BCG, Bain, many others. I've taught academic and exam courses at a few high schools and a few universities. That includes the CPE, IELTS, TOEFL, you name it. So basically, follow me to see my upcoming classes, but also book a tutoring lesson to see what a custom tailored lesson can be like. Whatever your needs are, come to me, and I'll have critics that will help you with what you're dealing with in English specifically. We'll work out a plan together. All right, so we still have a little bit of time. Some people are joining us. While people are joining us, I'm going to say hello to everyone, and I'm going to share the material on screen as well. You can click on this link that says Open This for our class material. If you don't see the chat window, I'll put it for you in the group chat. Let's say hello to our esteemed regulars, like Mr. Jean-Pierre. Hello, Jean-Pierre.
Hello, how are you?
Very good. You taught me a word in the last class. You said accentué, not accentué.
Exactly.
Is that right? Oh. Very good. You've got to help me with my forgotten French. It's been a long time.
No problem.
Let's say hello to Mr. Cornell, who's going to help me with my forgotten Hungarian that I never learned.
Yeah.
How are you, Cornell?
Yeah. Hi. During high class, regarding your sentence, Hungarian language is one of the most complicated language in the world.
That's why it must be mastered.
Yeah.
We must master.
Because of its grammar.
It's one of those strange languages that doesn't fit into a normal category, right?
Yeah.
It's not like anything else.
Yeah. Thank you.
In the next.
By the way, how are you?
I'm all right. When are you going to start teaching Hungarian classes, Cornell? We're all waiting for that. We're all waiting.
Okay. Random. It means all right.
Ramadan?
Randban. It means all right in English.
Random.
Not random. Randban.
Rander. I can't hear the ending.
It sounds better.
Render. Like R-E-N-D-R? Render? Or R-A-N-D-E-R? I hope you don't mind the class that I'm learning Hungarian right now.
Please look at it.
Ah, okay. So with a B, Remben.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, all right.
You got that, Raphael? Remben. I guess Raphael doesn't want to learn Hungarian today. Are you there, Raphael?
Yeah, random.
Very good, Raphael. Good pronunciation, too. What about... Oh, there's Mr. T. Hello, Mr. T. Mr. T, if you're space and you want to come in, you can come in, and if you're at work, you can keep your mic off if you're not able to talk, but you can write in the chat window, okay? If you want to come in, there's plenty of room. And Mr. Shinue, how is your Hungarian today, Mr. Shinue?
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine. I miss you.
I miss you too. There's two things I need every morning. My coffee, which I have here, and Shinue. The two things I need to start my day. Today I have both. Let's take
You
a
are
look
very lucky. You are very lucky.
I'm very lucky.
You are very lucky because you get you want.
It's true. Take a look at this. Today's hot topic is here. Yes, I designed that myself. That's why it looks so bad. We're going to talk about something which is a real news story. I don't make this stuff up. And you're going to give me your opinion about it. We're going to start with a little bit of vocabulary, but in the second half of class, we're going to have lots and lots of discussion. So let's go to the web page. You got my contact there if you want it. All my little links. You have the original article here where it says article from The Guardian. I'm actually going to open that. We're not going to read it because it's too long, but you should read it. It's really interesting. Now I want to start with a little bit of vocabulary. Well, no, I don't. I want to start with a question for all of you. Before we look at the vocabulary and get used to the topic, I want to ask you, what kind of things do you do yourself? You know, we can pay for many services. What are some do-it-yourself services that you do, class? For example, how many people have a car? Do you have a car, Jean-Pierre?
Yes, I've got a brand new car.
You've got a brand new car. Oh my God.
You are very lucky. What kind of car? Peugeot or Renault?
The last one was a real beat-up one, so I needed to replace it. Get a car.
A French car?
Yes, obviously a French car.
Excellent. Now, if the car breaks down, which I'm sure it won't, if the car breaks down, who fixes the car for you? Do you fix it, or does someone else do it?
First of all, French car doesn't break, never.
Of course, I know that. Of course.
Tell us the truth, Jean-Pierre.
Unfortunately, nowadays with the new electronic stuff, you can't do a lot of things yourself on the cars. You need to have a mechanic, a garage mechanic, to plug their computer on it to know exactly what's wrong with your car. So most part of the, I think nowadays it's very difficult if you want to do something yourself. You will be stuck very quickly because of electronic you have embedded in the car, and it's done. I think it's done on purpose to prevent the owners to do the fix himself. They want everybody to go to the garage mechanic.
To prevent the owners from doing it themselves,
Yeah.
or, Jean-Pierre, to prevent DIY owners.
Yeah.
DIY owners.
DIY, yes.
Exactly. It's a conspiracy. It's a
Yes.
conspiracy.
So,
What about you, Raphael? Is there anything that do you consider yourself a DIY person for certain things?
DIY, do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Exactly.
Yeah. I try to do as many things as I can, but right now, as my man said, Jean-Pierre, about the cars, it's so incredible how much technology are on it that it's impossible do anything on it. 20 years ago, I fixed my car every part. With my friends, and it was so easy to repair your own car. But right now, it's so difficult. You need, even though yesterday I tried to fix a lamp for my car, and it was so difficult that it was impossible, because you need to put the lamp in one position, and it's so horrible. And I need to go to the.
Do you mean lamp or light or
Light.
bulb? Inside
Light.
or outside?
Inside the car.
Inside. So yeah, you can say light, and you can also say light, and you can also say bulb.
Bulb.
Because lampada is a bulb. The actual circular thing is the bulb. But you're right. In general, we say light. Wow. So even changing something simple like a light bulb is difficult. So cars, did you ever read that book, famous book, The Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance? Do you know that title?
Yes, I remember it.
Motorcycle. I'll put it in the chat window for you to look it up if you haven't seen it. Motorcycle maintenance. Because fixing your car or your motorcycle, it wasn't just a necessity. People did it because you're connected to this thing. It's part of you, And I think it's got something, tell me if you agree, I think it's got something to do with ownership, and we don't have the sense of ownership like we used to. We live in a disposable society. What do you think, Lara? Do you think we live in a disposable society and we're not connected to the things in our lives anymore? We're talking about DIY mentalities, do it yourself.
Well, in my case, it's completely different because my bring up was in a little town.
My upbringing?
My upbringing was in a little town, and my grandfather was a farmer. So when you are a farmer, you have to keep money because you never know the next year what is going to happen.
Save money, not keep. Save money.
Save money. And in my family, it's usual to do the things on our own, trying to use our resources.
So you were a DIY family.
Yes.
DIY family.
For example,
that's the key word for today. DIY.
DIY. Okay.
Do it yourself.
Yes, and for example, the house that I live in, we were part of the process because we made a lot of things in the house, the walls, wherever. We were all the day like little, this animal that is, how it's called? Ants. Little ants. Yes.
Hormigas. Ants.
Yes, ants.
Exactly.
So it is, and it wasn't a question of don't have money. It was something like self-esteem or autosufficient. I don't know the word.
That's exactly what I mean. It was like we have an expression. It was a matter of personal pride.
Yes. So in my family, yes, and this is my father and my mother was like this, and I think that we are like them because we have a good role model. Yes, role model in them. And I think that is a good option in life. Well, for me, it's something about pride and.
I'm going to put some of those words in the chat window too.
Yes,
role model
please.
and a question of pride. Rather, you can say self-esteem, but we have this fixed expression.
Okay,
it's a question
perfect.
of pride.
Yes.
Well, let's take a look, everyone, at a new kind of DIY situation. We're going to start with the vocabulary. I'm going to introduce the article through listening, but I'm going to give you the missing words so that you don't have to guess so much. You're going to be able to see them and then listen for the right ones. And that way, you'll learn another set of vocabulary words. So the first thing you're going to do, yes.
I don't answer your first question.
Go for it.
I dislike DIY.
Why is that?
And I like to pay money for the other person. I like to enjoy the atmosphere when someone is serving for me. The customers is the king.
You're supposed to think that, but not actually say it out loud, Shinwei.
And I work too hard and earn more money. Finally, I have to make the other person serve for me.
I agree. It's a good feeling. It reminds me of the movie Ghostbusters, when the mayor of New York says, "Feeling self-righteous and treating people like dirt is every New Yorker's God-given right." I agree. Having people serve you is great.
Yes. I pay money for you. I'm joking, teacher. Go on, it's your turn. Let's move back to the lesson.
We know you're joking. You're a trickster, Shinwei. A trickster. You're a tricky guy. Let's see if you can match up some phrases that you're going to encounter in just a minute. Okay, you're going to make an educated guess, and then when you hear the article, we're going to go back and make sure you get it right. So we'll take one each. Let's go around the room. The first one is the kits can cost. I want you to scan A to J for the answer quickly. And let's start at the top of the room. We're going to go Jean-Pierre, and then Jose, and then Cornell, and then Laura, and then Raphael, and then Shinwei. And if anyone else wants to come in, I think we still have a little bit of space. And Mr. T, you can also participate. If you can't speak, you can write in the chat window, and I'll see your answer. Okay? So maybe we'll start with Mr. T first, and you tell me if you can answer by writing. Okay? If you're busy, then don't worry. Okay, he's there. Okay. So, Mr. T, you're going to take the first one. The kits can cost. Okay? Put the letter in the chat window. Jean-Pierre, you take number 2 while he's doing number 1.
The number 2, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to speak right now, or do you want me to write it in the chat room?
No, you can speak. He's at work.
Okay. So they cannot afford to go to the dentist.
Which is can afford to. Which is what? D?
G.
Go to.
Letter
G. Ah, got it. Sorry. They cannot afford to go to the dentist. So we've got 2. Okay. And whoops, sorry. There we go. They cannot afford to go to the dentist. It does match. Oh, you need the link? Sorry. The link, you joined late, so let me put the link there again for you, Mr. T. There you go. That should be the right link, okay? Okay, Jose, take number 3. Then we're going to go over the answers later when we do the listening. Take number 3 for us, Jose.
Number 3. One of the biggest community.
One of the biggest community. Well, wait a second. One of the biggest community. Well, one means part of a group, like one out of a group, and community is singular. So I don't know if it matches, because if it said one of the biggest communities, then it would.
Okay. One of the biggest.
So it's got to be part. It's got to be a group.
A group.
Yeah, I think so.
One of the biggest selling products. No.
I think so.
Yeah.
Do we agree, class? I think that's the right answer.
Yeah, it could be true. It is my opinion as well.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if I have the answers to this somewhere. I should. Hold on a second. I don't think I do. I don't know if I do. Anyway, we'll check it when we do the listening. So I think you're right. Let's go with 3 here. Okay? Keep going.
Okay.
Mr. Cornell, number 4.
1 in.
Mm-hmm. It's a little difficult. It's out of
Yeah.
context, but what do you think?
Yeah. I am thinking of it.
Okay.
1
And
in.
meanwhile, Mr. T says that 1 matches with E. Kits can cost as little as $7. That seems to match. Okay.
1 in out.
1 in out. I don't know what that means.
It is only my guess.
Maybe. Because it's not clear to me, I can't tell you yes or no. But maybe in the context it'll make sense. We'll see. Lara, you try 5.
In pulling out.
Pulling out? Maybe. We don't know because there's not a lot of context. Okay, so we got 2 for H. Maybe. Let's go to Raphael. For
No,
6.
sorry.
Uh-oh.
Pulling out a tooth.
Pulling out a tooth. Oh, gotcha. Okay. As I said, we'll check this in just a minute when we do the listening. Raphael, take 6 for us. What do you think, Raphael? Take 6 for us. Raphael! I don't hear Raphael.
Oh,
Ah.
I was really sorry.
Okay.
Famous for the quality of its work.
Of its work. Okay.
Yeah.
It does match, so it
Also,
could be right.
could say the free health service.
Famous for the quality of its free health service.
service.
Okay, it might fit there as well. We put a little question mark. Okay, Shinue, number 7, dental what?
Dental work.
Dental work does match. Okay. So we'll put a little 7 there. Okay, if it matches for anything else, then you can give a second answer, and we'll find out when we do the listening. Okay, we're back to Mr. T for number 8. And while he's writing, Jean-Pierre, number 9. And then Jose, you'll do the last one, number 10. Go ahead, Jean-Pierre.
Taking care of their whole family's teeth.
The whole family's teeth. Okay, so that was 9. Makes sense. Taking care of the whole family's teeth does match, so that could be the right answer. Okay. Mr. T, don't forget you're doing number 8. Jose, take number 10, the last one for us.
Okay. A night community?
I don't understand what that means.
No? A night 5 people?
I don't understand what that means either.
Yeah.
A night out.
Oh, that was Shinue's mother speaking.
Night or night night out?
I heard a night out from someone. I think it was Shinue's mother. She sometimes comes in the room and gives some answers. It makes sense. A night out means to have a night of recreation and fun. Okay? So
Okay.
we didn't use community, and we didn't use 5 people. So we might actually need these. Okay? But I'll put those in blue, and then later we'll go back and see if we've missed them or if they're not used. But I have a feeling they are used. Okay? So let's... Oh, now one more thing. Look at the terms below. Everyone's going to go around and say one term. You don't have to define it or anything like that. I just want you to tell me if you understand it. And if there's any questions, ask at that point. Oh, and sorry, 8 was B for Mr. T. 8 was B, so we did use community. 8. Which was a spokesman for the local community. Okay, very good. So let's put that back into black. All right, so let's go around the room. I just want to hear you say the key terms, and if there's any questions, we're going to define them together. Okay, Jean-Pierre?
Repair. Repair, it means to fix.
Okay. Pronunciation. Repair.
Repair.
Good. Not repair, but repair. Repair.
Repair.
Okay, very good. Jose, second?
Yes, dental kits.
Okay.
It is a set. It is a set of articles that you need for repair the tooth.
Uh-huh. For repairing
Repairing
teeth.
teeth.
Yeah. Keep this in mind. Write this in your notebook, Jose.
Yes.
When you want to speak in general, in Spanish you would say el dente, the teeth.
Yes, yes.
The tooth. But in English we have to make it plural.
Without article.
And plural.
And plural. Okay.
So for repairing
teeth.
Very good,
Okay.
very good. Write that down in your notebook.
Okay.
Don't forget. Mr. Cornell, what's this?
Feelings. So what does it mean?
Does it mean I have feelings? I care about you? No, it's not feelings. What is a filling in your mouth?
That's the material you put into the hole when you have a carie.
When you have a cavity.
Yeah, okay.
Cavity.
I get it.
Not carry.
All right.
Cavity, like this in the chat window. Cavity. Repeat. Cavity.
Cavity.
Good. Afford, I think you all know what afford means. I think you all know what 10 times higher means. Stop me if I'm wrong. I think you know what dentistry is. Let's make sure. Lara, what's the difference between dentist and dentistry?
A dentist is the person
And dentistry is?
is the like the subject
Not
that
the subject, but the
well, dentist is the person.
profession. It's a profession.
Is the profession.
It's a profession. Very good. Excellent.
I have good ear.
Yeah. All right. And Raphael, pulling out a tooth, I guess that's pretty obvious. When would you pull out a tooth?
It's the job for that of a dentistry. Always pulling
Of a
out
dentist. Of a dentist.
dentist.
Right. And you would pull out a tooth when you have what?
You have a teeth ache or toothache.
Yeah. What's that word we used just a moment ago with Jean-Pierre? Not carry, but
Cavity.
cavity. Right. Okay. Famous, quality, poverty. I think these are all pretty clear. Inequality, local community. Haircut. What's that doing there? A night out, we already mentioned in the phrase match exercise. Okay, if there's any questions about these, just ask. Let's go on to the article. On the top of the screen, you have all of the missing words. And if they're a little bit hard to see, I'm going to make the screen just a little bit smaller so everything fits in one place. Let's see if I can do this. Well, I'm going to give me 1 second. Let me just change the view so you can see it all in one continuous page. There we go. All right. Listen carefully. Choose the right words. Okay? Here we go. People in Britain can now repair their own teeth. They can buy special dental kits in supermarkets to fix fillings, called cavities in the USA, and repair caps and crowns. The kits can cost as little as $7. Many people are buying these kits because they cannot afford to go to the dentist. The cost of having a tooth filled at a dentist in England can cost up to $70, 70 US dollars, which is 10 times higher than the price of the dental kit. One of the biggest selling products is a kit called Dentec. Britons bought around 250,000 of these last year. Britain's Dental Health Foundation, DHF, said 1 in 5 people in the UK would do DIY dentistry on their own teeth or the teeth of family and friends. DIY dentistry includes actually pulling out a tooth. Britain is famous for the quality of its free health service. Britain is famous for the quality of its free health service. However, this service does not include dental work. The fact that DIY dentistry is increasing so quickly in Britain shows that there is a lot of poverty and inequality in the country. The poorest people cannot afford to go to the dentist. A spokeswoman for the local community in Scotland says, quote, DIY dentistry is fairly common here. They sell a lot of those little dental kits. You can buy them in supermarkets, and you've got people taking care of their whole family's teeth. The DHF said many people would rather spend their money on a haircut or a night out than on their teeth. She said different people place different importance on visiting the dentist. So, do you think you matched them all up? Do you think you got them all, class?
I think yes.
Let's find out. I'm going to make this, I'm going to do this a little differently because I want you to see all the words on the screen and I want the screen to be big. So let me move these over so they're on one line quickly so we can save some screen space. Okay. Mr. T, you're going to write the answer to number 1. Jean-Pierre, you're going to read number 2, and then we're going to go around the room again. I'm just going in the order that I see you on the screen. If I skip anyone by accident, just let me know. Sometimes I do it. It's not done on purpose. And let me just turn off the... There we go. Let me make this bigger.
John, can you? Yes, thank you. That's what I was... Yes, thank you very much.
I read your mind. Okay, I think we're set. So, Mr. T, you're going to write the answer to number 1. Did you do it already? No, you didn't. But we do have the branches of medicine dealing with the anatomy and development and diseases of the teeth. Oh, that sounds like dentistry. Very good. So, Mr. T, you're going to write number 1. While we're waiting for him, Jean-Pierre, you're going to take sentence number 2 for us.
Yes, it will be fix fittings.
So read the whole sentence for us. I want to hear your lovely speaking voice.
They can buy special dental kits in supermarkets to fix fittings, pull cavities in the USA, and repair caps and crowns.
To fix fillings sounds pretty good to me. Okay. Mr. T, maybe Mr. T is busy. Jose, take number 3.
Yes. The kits can cost as little as $70.
17?
70.
70? Take a look.
Seven. Sorry, $7.
Right.
Yes, I don't see the number.
And Mr. T's answer was people in Britain can now repair their own teeth. And that was the missing word. Very good. Cornell, let's take number 4. No, did we miss something? Sorry, Jose, continue. Many people?
Yes, many people are buying these kits because they cannot afford to go to the dentist.
Excellent. Cornell, continue.
Which one? Sorry.
Number 4.
Number 4. One of one of the biggest selling products is a kit called Dentec.
You skipped to number 5 actually, but that's okay. So number 5 was one of the biggest what? Repeat.
Selling product.
Selling products, and that is
It's a
correct.
kit called Dentec.
That's right. One of the. Let me just make sure. Yes, one of the biggest selling products is correct. Okay, good. So that means Lara, you go back and we skipped number 4. So you take number 4 for us, please.
Yes, of course. The cost of having a tooth filled at a dentist in England can cost up to $70, which is 10 times higher than the price of the dental kit.
Excellent. So we use cost twice in that sentence. The cost of having and can cost. Cost is a noun and cost is a verb. Okay? So that would be Raphael for number 6. You're going to start with Britain's.
Britain's Dental Health Foundation, DHF, said 1 in 5 people in the UK could do DIE dentistry on
D-I-E, D-I-Y.
DIY dentistry on their on their own teeth
On their own teeth. Good.
or the teeth of family and friends.
Excellent. So far, so good. By the way, I'll give you all the answers in the end, but so far, so good. Mr. Shinwe?
DIY dentistry includes actually pulling out a tooth.
Yes, imagine doing that to yourself. Sounds like fun. Okay, Mr. T, you're going to take number 9. Put your answer in the chat window and I'll read it. And let's go to Jean-Pierre for number 10, please.
Number 10. The fact that DIY dentistry is increasing so quickly
Good.
in Britain shows that there's a lot of poverty and inequality in the country.
Okay, very good. And Mr. T's answer to number 9 was, Britain is famous for the local community of its free health service. Does that sound right? What do you think, class? He says Britain is... Oh, he's not sure. Britain is famous for the local community of its free health service.
No,
Do you agree?
for the quality.
For the quality, that's right. So number 9 is quality.
And is it true? Is it true?
It is true. Yeah, it is true. It is true. But remember,
Quality and expensive.
oh, it's free. Yes. It's practically free. Practically free. By the way, think about this, class. Healthcare in England, basically free. Basically. 30 years ago, education, not only free, but you used to get paid to be a student. 30, 40 years ago. Not anymore. Now a master's degree costs 10, 20,000 pounds, depending on what it, more maybe, depending. But remember, this article is from English speakers, and Americans, they can't even conceive of free anything, because nothing's free over there. So this is from an Anglophonic culture. So that's why we say, you know, famous for its free healthcare. Well, in most of Europe, healthcare is free or affordable or subsidized. So this is written from the kind of English-speaking perspective, where we have to really stress that healthcare is free, because it's just a strange concept, at least in America. Okay, so number 9 was quality. Number 10 was increasing so quickly. Who was next? Was that? I lost my place. Was that Cornell for 11? I think.
Okay. The poorest people cannot afford to go to the dentist.
To go to the dentist, right? Afford is a missing word. Laura, continue.
A spokeswoman for a local community in Scotland say DIY dentistry is fairly common here.
Excellent. Pick it up from there, Raphael.
Number, I'm lost.
It's 13, but you can start
13,
with
yeah.
they sell.
They sell a lot of those dental kits. You can buy them in supermarket, and you've got people taking care of their whole family's teeth.
Perfect. Shinue, why don't you finish it up for us? Oh, actually, we've got 3. Why don't you do 14 and 15? No, it's one sentence. Okay. Why don't you take the last 3 for us? Because it's one sentence, Shinue.
The DHF said many people would rather spend their money on a haircut or
something.
Or let out
Very good.
and lean on their teeth.
Good.
This
Continue.
different.
Yeah.
They said different people place different importance on visiting their dentist.
And that's it. You got all the answers right. But to make your life, this is the original article, by the way. You should read it. It's very interesting. And there's a link at the top of the screen for it. To make your life easier, I'm going to give you the answers by giving you the full text in the chat window. You're going to see right now. And now I want to ask you your opinion about what's going on. Give me just a second here to put the text for you. There's part 1 of the text, and here is part 2. Just a second and it'll be there. 1 and part 2. Okay, so you've got both paragraphs there in the public chat window. I'm going to jump down, skipping the comprehensions questions, because if you have questions about the paragraph 1 or 2, just ask. I'm going to skip down to the discussion questions, and I'm going to pick ones that seem interesting, okay? If you want to... I'm not going to share my screen for this because I just want us to talk. So I'm going to turn off my screen, but I'm on the last page of the document if you want to see the question itself, okay? So my question for you, all of you, is what do you think of DIY dentistry? What do you think? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? It's being sold in supermarkets, so it's something acceptable, I guess. What do you think about this, class?
I got a question, first of all, because
Sure.
Frankly, I don't really understand what they are supposed to do with this dental kit. Because when you go to the dentist, the first thing they will do is to dig in your tooth with a special tool to prepare the hole before filling it. So when you are at home, how are you able to do it yourself?
The answer to that is you don't go to the dentist, period. Because you can't. You can't afford to.
I don't really understand what is it done for, this dental kit. It's not for the cavities. Something different.
It is. It is also for cavities, I think. I don't know because I'm not in the UK, but I think it actually is for extracting teeth. That's one thing you can do with it. Can you do fillings yourself? I'm not 100% sure, but if you read the article later, I think it'll go into more detail. DIY dentists can cause us infected. Let's see what he's saying because I can't quite see the message there. We've got a little important message from Mr. T. DIY dentists can cause us infection. Yes, that's a very good point. He's saying that the one drawback is that you run the risk of infection, because are we really qualified to be our own healthcare providers? You know, if you do it wrong, you're going to have a major problem. Getting an infection in your mouth is quite serious because it can spread. So that's one definite drawback. Let me just say a quick hello to Dom, who's joining us. Hello, Dom. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. Mr. Dom, let me just give you the link if you didn't see it. Here's the link to the article that we just listened to in the chat window. Okay? And we're discussing this strange new trend in the UK where people are repairing their own teeth instead of going to dentists. And they sell these dental kits in the supermarket when you buy your fruit, your vegetables, and your dental supplies. So, where are you from, Dom?
I'm from Italy.
From Italy, yeah?
Yes,
okay.
Italy.
Very good, very good. So, what do you think about this? Is this a good thing? Should we be afraid?
I think it's not a good thing. I think it's first of all, it's very strange because they have to do something before the action of extraction teeth. They have to do the, I don't know if it's correct, diagnosis, I don't know.
Diagnosis.
Yes, diagnosis itself. They don't have any knowledge about that.
Right.
So for that reason, it's very dangerous. And secondly, they have to do this practice in a sterilized environment.
Right.
And so I didn't read completely the article, but I think it's not that what happens is that they do that in not sterilized environment.
Well, certainly there's no guarantee, right? Because it's not a doctor's office.
Yes, there's no guarantee. There's no people who have degrees or qualify to do that. So another thing is that if you go to the doctor, you have the insurance that prevents you for further problems. So you have something that you have had to complain about that in unfortunately occasion. If you do that by yourself, you are responsible by yourself.
You can't complain if you're the dentist. There's no one to complain to, right? Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, and let's get some other reactions too. The question is still, what's your opinion? What do you think of DIY dentistry? Okay, so one great point is the hygienic issue. Another point is, are we qualified to make a diagnosis? What Dom was saying. Shinue, would you buy one of these kits? Oh, I know. You like to have people serve you, so you would never do this yourself, right?
No. I think that is something crazy. I'm sorry.
Ladies first.
Well, what I think that is, the mouth is really, really near to the brain. So if you have an infection in your mouth, it can be really, really serious. And I read a long time ago that even you can die because It's not as simple as filling a cavity or something like this.
Yeah, it's true.
It's deeper than this. It's really important how our mouth health is, because it's near to our brain, and our brain is the most important part of our body. Well, with the heart, no? But there are, I don't know how
And
to
not
say,
just
there are
that,
a
not
lot
just
of,
that, your jaw, you know, if you get an infection, even if it doesn't go to the brain, you don't want to lose your jaw and your tongue. You know,
yes.
so
And
it's serious.
and you can really see what you have in your mouth. You need like X-ray to see how your nerves are. It's not as simple as filling a cave.
Right,
It's
right.
more than this, because sometimes you go to the dentist and he needs to make a really good job in order to repair all the nerves and clean everything.
He or she.
Well,
Dentists are not all men.
yes, but in my case, my dentist is male. That's what yes, but yes,
Oh, okay.
it's not good to generalize. Yes, so I give the word to another person. This is my opinion.
Shinue, we cut you off earlier.
What?
We cut you off earlier, Shinue. We interrupted you.
No problem. Lady first. I'm a gentleman.
What do you think about this as a sociological problem? The reason that they're doing it is an economic reason. I mean, I'm just curious. In your countries, all of you, is dental included in healthcare? Here, where I'm living now, it's not. You can have the national healthcare system, but if you want a dentist, that's up to you. So what's it like where you live? Is dental included in your national healthcare?
In France, for example, it's included, but only the very basic as cavities reparations, for example. But if you need something more expensive, you need to pay yourself. And it's very expensive, by the way.
That's funny, because here it's the opposite. Only the surgeries are included, I think, but not simple things like preventative medicine, cleaning, you know, getting your teeth cleaned, fluoride treatment. What about in... Sorry, go ahead.
So that's the only point I wanted to underscore as well is that in France, I think it should be impossible to launch this kind of dental kit, because you should have immediately the lobby of dentists in the streets on strike. Because they consider that's their job to do that. They don't want people to do them on their own.
Well, that goes back to the sociological issue. Because what I see here is that if you don't have access to it, then what choice do you have? This is a choice. So I wonder what the rest of you think. Is this better than nothing? Or do you think this is a horrible mistake? What's that link there, Cornell?
Yeah, regarding in Hungary, service healthcare includes dental service, but quality is very poor. So my family and me go to the private doctor for taking care of my teeth. But I give a link that there is a dental tourism or trip or something like that in Hungary from UK, because according to article, service is very expensive in UK, but quality of it is acceptable. But quality is also very good in Hungary, and there are many trips to Hungary due to dental. Yeah, it is.
Honey, let's take the kids to get their teeth cleaned in Hungary.
Yeah.
The kids will be thrilled with that vacation.
Yeah. So it is very strange, but it is true story. But it is quite odd because the article was made in 2006 or 5, I don't know. I have just checked.
2007.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, I have just checked it. Yeah. So it is a very strange information in my opinion.
Oh,
Yeah.
it looks like it was updated. It looks like it's originally from 2005. But it
Yeah.
says the dangers of dental holidays. Is it dangerous?
Not, it is not dangerous.
Ah.
There are many experts in Hungary regarding dentistry.
There you go. So, here's the question. People can't afford it. They're buying these kits. Is it too expensive? Raphael, do you think that there should be a way to bring down the price of dentistry? Is it overpriced? What do you think, Raphael?
It's a famous quotation here. If you want to be rich, be a dentist. You will be a dentist. And there are a lot of them right now. Also, the prices are so high here in the country. I think this is a kind of a change in the health national system.
Right.
Many time ago, every people tried to have this national health care
Right.
free for everyone, include health dentist system. But nowadays we are assisting one decrease in the services of this national system. And right now, the next step could be you can buy kit for health your cancer only with 2 little tools. Do it yourself to health your cancer.
I hope not.
Because the national system healthcare is decreasing his funds for support.
Yeah, it's happening everywhere. By the way, just one thing. Instead of assisting, we would say maybe we're witnessing a decrease or we're seeing a decrease.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to stop on that note, everyone, because we're at the end of the hour. Okay, but it was a very interesting discussion. Go to that link at the top of the document and read the original article and send me your opinions in the message system. I'd be interested to know what you think. I'll be back in 30 seconds to start the business class. We are going to vastly expand your vocabulary in the next class by doing a very interesting reading. Don't forget to follow me on Verblink by clicking on that link in the chat window. Bye for now. See you in a moment if you're joining me. Bye for now.